Hi friends, this is Mayla with At Home with Mayla Nicole. It has been a long time since I have come on and spoken to you guys and recorded a video. I believe the last video I posted was like the middle of November, and life has been lifing. Catch you guys up and tell you a little bit about what's been going on. So I was on a trip in Las Vegas with my sisters and my mom, and in November, and my cell phone, which I had been recording all my videos on my iPhone, it just like stopped. My space was gone. I had no more space on my phone. I couldn't take any more photos. I could not do any videos. I could not send pictures or anything. So I got home and I purchased a external hard drive and started the process of moving all of my photos and my videos to that, which took forever. And then I deleted some things from my cell phone, and then I started to record my Christmas decoration process just before Thanksgiving. And every time I would hit record, it would start recording and would only go up to like maybe a minute and a half, and it would stop. And even though I was deleting a lot from my phone, I did not realize until much later that the reason all of the long videos were still on my CapCut app on my phone. And so that's what was taking up the space. So I started weighing my options, trying to figure out if I wanted to get a new cell phone with more space, or if I wanted to. I was looking into that DJI vlogging camera that a lot of people have been using lately, and I was just going back and forth doing research and trying to figure out what I was going to do. And for Christmas, my husband surprised and gifted me with a nice Sony camera. This is my first nice camera. I've never had anything. I've had like a digital camera before, but back in the day, like when I was in college, I have not had anything. I've just been using my cell phone for years. And so this is a big step. It's a lot to learn. I still don't know much, and I'm learning as I go. And so I'm using this now. I will link the exact camera that I have in the description below, so you guys will know what I'm using now. And hopefully I am able to get these videos off of this camera, and hopefully I know what to do when it comes time to edit and post the video. But anyway, so I got my camera this morning and was going to bring it out to record, and the battery was low since I haven't used it in a while. And so this is the first weekend of spring, and I am going around in my yard trying to kind of do some cleanup, do some pruning. I have not been out in the yard yet this season. I have been waiting to record it, but it's like I still don't know what I'm doing. And today, and you know, I've been having doing a lot, like with my family, with some things that's going on with my family, and getting my son ready. He's a senior in high school, and so like college tours and all kind of stuff, and it's just a lot has been going on. So I said I was not going to allow this weekend to get away from me without getting out in the garden and starting the process. I do apologize about the light. It is very bright out here today. So I'm going to take you guys around because I have already started doing a little bit of pruning. I had to charge my battery, and so I've gotten a lot done. I'll show you what I've done so far, and then I'll take you guys along with me for the rest of the day. And then I think I'm going to, at the end of the day, if I have some time after I finish here, I'm going to dig up some hostas in my backyard that are in too much sunlight, and I have a different plan for the space that they're in now. So I'm going to dig those up and take them to my mom's house. She has the perfect area that gets a lot of shade and only like dapple sun. So those hostas, and it's like I can put all of them in this one space, and she can have like one hosta bed. So I'm gonna, if I have time today, dig those up and get them over to my mom's house and try to get them in the ground. But that'll be on another video. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys what I have done so far. This is the Annabelle that that one Annabelle that I have that I've been like limping it along, and it is getting better. This is the third season. The very first season I had, it was only like 1 or 2 stems, so it's getting better. And then I like cut back my foxtail fern that was there. I also came over to my front bed, and I do apologize if it's windy out here. I have my husband also purchased me a nice microphone for this camera, but I have not attached it to it yet. I still got to learn how to work that. So this is my little lime, and I've already pruned that. Oh, I see one stem that I didn't prune. I got to go get my pruners to come back and get that. I pruned that. It's already starting to leaf out, so I'm a little late to the game. But I pruned that back, cut back some. I probably should have cut back a lot more of those smaller stems, but we'll see. This will be the third season this is in. So after this season, once it gets a little bit stronger, maybe next year I will take some of the smaller stems out. But this one had no problems. It didn't flop much at all. But I do see a couple things I could, like that crossing branch, I could probably take that out. So I'll go get my my pruners and come back and cut a couple more stems off of that one. This is the one that I moved from over there under my crepe myrtle tree. I apologize if you guys can't see, but I moved it. This is the one that it did a lot of flopping last year, and it was like huge. It was supposed to be a little lime also, but I really think they mislabeled it, and I think this is actually a limelight. So I cut it back. It is starting to leaf out also. I don't think this is going to stay here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but it'll be here for this season. I'm going to stake it up before it starts to bloom. You see a lot of these are like laying down from last year. So I'm going to try to, I don't know, maybe I might have to just go in and cut out some of these that are like really low and coming out horizontally rather than vertically. So I'm going to try to stake this up as much as possible so that this one doesn't flop again like it did last year. And then in the fall, I will move this to a spot where there is more room. So that's the limelight, or what I think is the limelight. I definitely know it's not a little lime. Here are my 2 Japanese maples. It's hard to see in this dark corner, but that's one I need to come and prune that a little. And then this is my other one. It's starting to leaf out. It doesn't need much pruning, but there are a couple of stems I want to cut that's kind of like hanging down low to the ground. This is another tiny hydrangea that was just like a quart size that I planted in the fall. And so I didn't have to do much pruning to it. It's real tiny. This is another hydrangea. I didn't have to do any cutting to it. It's starting to leaf out. It was a tiny quart size, so we'll see what type of growth it puts on. This was just planted in the fall. My side yard. So these, I planted these in the summer last year. These were like a 1 gallon size when I purchased them. So they're a little bit bigger. I cannot remember which one this is. I need to go get my bag with all of the cards so I can let you know which hydrangea this is. It's one of the panicles though. I'm not sure, but I have 4 of these along that one, which is starting to bud up really good. And then this is one. I don't see very many. It's not, I see a few buds, but it's not like the other 3. So we're going to, I think this one may be dead, but I see a few some buds on the tip, but not very many along the stem. So we'll wait and see what this does, and then if it's dead, we'll dig it out and put another one there. But the other three, I can see better buds and a little green coming through. You can see on the tips the green there. That's the third one, and then this one is the fourth one. And that one it's got that nice vase shape going on. I really like this one. So that one is looking good. Of course, let me pull the weed. Okay, so headed to the backyard. These are my the two tiny ones, and these are the macrophylla, I believe. I can't remember. I purchased some the little tags, the plant tags, that I have to write down what everything is, and that's going to be one of my projects for this spring, is to go around and label everything, because the more plants that I have, I am starting to forget the names. So it's got some nice buds on it. It was a tiny 1 quart size, so it's kind of hard to see what it's going to be like. And then the exact same over here. These are the ones that has like the burgundy wine color leaves in the fall time. And then coming around over here, this is where I stopped before I had to take my son to work. This is another little lime right here, and I have already pruned it, cut back to some nice size. It's budding up really well. This one blooms for a long time, and it's very strong. It didn't have any flopping either. So I'm gonna set you guys up, and we're going to do a little bit over here. I'm gonna cut a few branches off of my tree here, and then we'll work our way. I got a couple of roses over there to do, and we'll just tidy up a few things, and a couple more hydrangeas on that side down there. So I'm gonna set you guys up and bring you along with me. So I was coming over in the corner to start pruning on this tree, and I completely forgot about this hydrangea over here. So let's prune it. It's probably not much. Oh, this is one of the ones you're not supposed to prune. So there's nothing really to cut off of here other than what I see that's dead. Just got a few weeds to pull. That's coming through the fence from my neighbor's yard. This is the hydrangea. Not hydrangea. This is the hosta that I dug up out of my front yard and split into several different pieces, and so this is one of them that I put over here in this corner. It's starting to leaf out already. So this is the tree, and it's like one of the bushes, like a bush tree. It gets like 10 to 12 feet tall. I'm going to start limbing it up into tree form. So I need to start that now before these branches down here get too big. so I don't want to take too much off at one time. Probably could take this off. And then this tree may actually end up being a multi-trunk tree because it does not have like one straight. Well, it's got one that's straighter than all the rest, but I'm just gonna see what, I'm not sure. I'm thinking about taking all of this off, but that'll leave it very skimpy right now. So I'm going to leave this for now and then see if I want to make it a single trunk maybe in another year or so. But let's move on. What you really want to do with the lamb's ear, since it's evergreen, it's just to kind of go and cut back some of all the old from under here. And it'll flush out with new. Sometimes the old ones will just come off when you pull. This is the plan. I have a few iris bulbs I planted in the fall that are starting to come back, but you know, these are the hostas that I have. I have 4 in each section, so I have 16 along this fence line, and I have planned to dig all of these out and take them to my mom's house. What I plan to do along this border is plant a row of lamb's ear in the back, and then in the front closer to the bricks I'm going to plant the white album winter creeper euonymus that is also evergreen, and it's like low growing. It gets maybe like 1.5 to 2 feet tall, and I want them to kind of like grow together like a little hedge in the front near the bricks, and then in the back will be the lamb's ear all along this fence line, with, you know, of course breaking for the trees. I have got to get after my espalier vine that is starting to leaf back out. Maybe kind of prune that up and rewind it around my espalier, but that's not for today. You see the weeds coming from next door. Hello friends, this is Mayla. I'm back. Yesterday I was outside around my house doing some pruning, and it was very sunny outside yesterday, and so my camera died. It overheated and it died, and I did not know that it had stopped recording. So I am picking up today with another video. We're going to go to my front yard right outside my front doors and prune these 2 crepe myrtles. I'm going to take you guys out here and show you what we're going to be doing today. Turn the camera around to get crepe myrtles on either side of my front door. I do not do what a lot of people do, the crepe murder. It's called the crepe murder, where they just kind of go, and then they just like chop off evenly all at one point. I take some long loppers and I go and I trim off each branch up high. And what I do is if there is something that looks dead, I'll go ahead and take it off. But yeah, I pretty much kind of chop really high. I cut off all of the old blooms, and so that's what I'll be doing today. I'm gonna set you guys up and take you guys along with me. I'm gonna use something better. I love these little things. I got these from Amazon. They came in a kit with a big large leaf bag and these two, and it just grabs a lot of leaves and holds them together easily. So the pruners that I'm using, the loppers that I'm using are Anvil. I got them from, I think I got it from Home Depot last year. It has the head with the blade, and then it's a long telescoping pole, and you just pull, you'll see. So I had to go get some reinforcement. There are some bigger branches that I cannot cut with those loppers, so I went and got my electric Dewalt pruner, slapped my battery in it, and we're gonna see if we can finish with this one. It's so windy out here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get to the second one today, and I know the lighting is horrible. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the second one today, but we will certainly try now that I have these electric pruners. So I actually pruned a lot harder than I expected to. Let me show you what I did. Just kind of went by each, and I'm going to those little small ones that are really skinny, smaller than a pencil. I'm gonna go get my handheld pruners and take those off the sides. So that's that. I got one branch that's a little bit taller than the others. I can go back and get. But that is that one. Now let's go to the next. So this is what we have for this side. So I'm going to clean up all of this mess, drag all that down to the curb, sweep up just a little bit all of these spent blooms, and go in for the day because it is way too windy out here and it's about to storm. Let's get that done right quick. So I guess I timed that perfectly, guys, because it has just started to sprinkle. I hope you guys enjoyed following me today while I prune my crepe myrtle trees. Even though it's windy and the visibility, the lighting is poor, I had just enough time to get out here and do that, and I'm glad I was able to do that today before it starts to rain and storm. Hopefully I can get this video off of this camera and find out how to upload it. I'm still learning, so bear with me. But thank you for tuning in to watch me and follow along with me today. Whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening when you're watching this, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye, guys.